Hey guys, Cherokee, and I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about why I like the USOs. Now, it's been a while since I've done one of these why I like videos, and I basically just talk about why I like these characters, or now tag team the teams. And I have a playlist for the why I like videos, stuff like that, and I'll be honest, is a lot of those was kind of like my first few videos, so I wasn't probably as comfortable probably looking at the camera, stuff like that, but I really do like some of those videos, okay? I really like some of those videos, but I'm gonna put this in the playlist, and I'm probably gonna put these in my bloodline playlist as well, but let's get into it. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest. When I started watching WWE, when I would watch, it would be not every week. I wouldn't watch it every week because I watched wrestling with my dad, and whenever we would watch it, of course, it'd be too late past my bedtime because I had a bedtime. So all those times where I watched wrestling, I wouldn't watch the whole episode of Raw or SmackDown. My bedtime was at 8:30. My parents did not play about that bedtime. So a lot of these wrestlers, like, I seen half of the shows. And then sometimes maybe later on in the weekend, I watched the whole show with my dad and stuff like that. But my younger years of liking certain wrestlers, it may have just been the main ones or just the one-off ones, or sometimes basically what my brothers were like. I was one of those. I was young. I was raised like kind of the youngest sibling, so that's why. But looking back, I really only had the opportunity of kind of knowing the Usos by like TV shows, of course, off of Total Divas. Those would be my interactions with the Usos. So of course, my favorite one was Jimmy. And I feel like now to this day, it's still Jimmy because of that. It's probably still always gonna be Jimmy. But now when I'm looking back at wrestling and looking back at certain moments of what I missed as a kid and stuff like that, I feel like I would have been an Usos fan just because when I was a fan of Jeff Hardy. The face paint, one of my favorite things, because I couldn't wear face paint because I have sensitive skin, stuff like that. But now, later on, got to get a little older. The reason why I like the Usos is because they add a certain type of familiarity to me. It's just the way they interact with one another, the way they kind of talk, stuff like that. That is the way that I would talk to like my brothers. Stuff like the family part of their characters is just so real. It's so real and connecting. And I think that's why a lot of people kind of gravitate towards the bloodline story as well, because it blurs the line with realness because of the family aspect. They also are just they're cool. They're basically cool. They're cool, they're funny, and the chemistry they will also have with other people in the ring, like the New Day, which I was a New Day fan too. Like 3 black people, a tag team group. I liked Biggie when he was with AJ Lee because the stoic characters with the muscles. You got me. You don't gotta say too much. You ain't gotta say too much. But later on, and then that, seeing how funny they are on the mic, and even now, the way that the Usos group as a tag team missing in the action, I feel as though it's a big spot of missing. It's something is missing from the tag team division, and I feel as though it's them. And the fact that the way they be getting the tag team division gets treated. But we've already had our videos on tag team division, so we don't have to rehash that. But when you do your job so well, how the Usos have done it, especially in these past years of being a tag team, it's going to be evident of that loss because they're not a tag team anymore. And even now, when we get to see more of who Jay is, hopefully who Jimmy is, hopefully. But it just reminds me of how much of it reminds me how beloved they are, because that right there, to connect with fans, is such a very important place as a wrestler. And to connect as fans, they have already done that. They did that back in the day with the face paint and just kind of letting us into their culture with the dance in the beginning, the warrior dance. Like, those things kind of, weirdly enough, those things get you connected into who they are and they who they are a little bit, but also still staying in the character of Jimmy, still staying in the character of Jay. Those little moments of promos where they will probably just be goofing around and doing that rap battle between New Day and the Usos. I didn't know. When I was younger, I didn't know what they was talking about when it comes to Xavier Woods. Now I do. I didn't know what they were talking about, but at the same time, that was still funny because that's just the way I know it's familiar around me. That's the type of thing where I see on TV, I'm gonna be instantly connected with you, and that type of vibe always made me connected with them. And then the moves they would do in the ring, I like the super kicks. I'm a Shawn Michaels baby. I love Shawn Michaels. The super kicks, I don't care what y'all say about them. The super kicks and splashes be working because I love splashes and I love super kicks. But that is not even the whole thing. The chemistry that they had with other tag team groups is just so. Look back on their matches. Look back on it. If you are not too much of an Uso fan or you don't really care about tag team wrestling, I'm telling you, look back. Look back. Look back with the Street Profits. Look back with the New Day. Those groups and the Usos make magic together. They make magic together. In the past years where they was doing these bloodline stuff, they've gotten more comfortable on like the camera work and all that stuff. So now, even seeing Jay become to his own person, I like, and getting the love he gets, it's like seeing like one of your it's like, I don't know this guy in real life, but it's like I'm proud of how far things have gone, because there was a point where nobody knew their name. Nobody knew their names. Like, who is that? Is that Jay or is that Jimmy? Nobody really knew sometimes. Now the tattoos will always show you who's, but they ain't none of my business. You know what I'm saying? And just now, where everybody is missing Jimmy, I know that there's going to be some storyline with Jimmy. There has to be. Because the opportunity they have with that, the way they can get them back together, is going to be amazing. And I really like Jay being on his own. And I like him having a singles, career. And I feel like he still do it, but the way that they are so good at their job, I'm sorry, but I need the Usos to come back. I do. And because they was doing a great job of it. The tag team champions, the tag team belts was on the shows. They was on the shows. You could not have a real, like, the storylines and the shows without them, bro. Now, it's evident. It's evident something is missing. But that's why I like the Usos, man. They are just cool. And Total Divas comes through again with the save. That's an underrated show. And of course the storylines were kind of like cheesy and stuff like that. But if there was a petition that is a real verifiable petition, I would sign that junk. Even pay to sign it for them to bring back Total Divas. Because it's that serious to me. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me why you like the episodes. Bye.